I've come to the conclusion that the real reason I love buffalo chicken wings is not the wing itself, but the flavors and the combinations of everything that's served with it. So I'm going to show you my version of buffalo chicken wings, and instead of using wings, I'm going to use boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And we're going to start by making the wing sauce. I have 4 tablespoons of butter melted. And you can make this right in the pan that it was, the butter was melted in, or you could make it in a bowl, whatever you prefer. I like to pour it out of the pan so that the butter will cool. And I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil to that, about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and these don't have to be exact, and about a tablespoon of hot sauce. And I'm going to stir into that about a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper ground and about a teaspoon of paprika. And this sauce is just going to give the wings, this sauce is going to give the chicken breast the flavor of the wings. And we're going to grill it instead of deep frying them. So you want to whisk all this together. You can see it turns that wonderful kind of orange color that the wings have. And you want to toss about half of this with your chicken breast so that flavor goes onto the chicken before it's cooked. And I've taken boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I have 4 breasts, and I've cut them into strips about a ½ inch wide each. You're going to get probably about 4 to 5 strips out of each half breast. So just take a little bit of the sauce and toss it with your chicken. And then you want to season that with a little bit of salt and pepper. I like to use sea salt for this, and a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. And we're going to put this on we're going to cook this in the grill pan today. You could cook it on a charcoal grill as well, but I'm going to show you how to cook it in the grill pan. It cooks really quickly. Once the grill pan is nice and hot, you just want to add the chicken strips a few at a time in the hot pan. And they're going to cook about 3 minutes per side, 3 to 4 minutes, depending on how large your strips are. Just turn your flame down a little bit to kind of medium heat. You don't want to overcrowd your pan, because if you do, your strips are just going to steam and not really sear. While the chicken is cooking, I'm going to show you how to make a chunky blue cheese dressing and our dip that we're going to dip the chicken strips in. I'm going to start with about a ¼ cup of buttermilk, and I'm going to add about 1 cup of mayonnaise to that. And about a teaspoon of white wine vinegar. You could use a little lemon juice in this if you wanted. That would also be really good. A little bit of salt and pepper. And about 4 ounces of crumbled blue cheese. I usually buy the blue cheese in wedges and crumble it myself, just because I think you get a better quality blue cheese than buying those little pieces. But, you know, those are fine too if you want to use those. And this is a chunky dressing. You want to get nice little pieces of the cheese in when you dip the chicken into it. So it's okay to leave the cheese in kind of large chunks. And then you just want to mix that up together until your mayonnaise and your buttermilk are incorporated. This could be made ahead of time and refrigerated just before you get ready to use it. And if you see any pieces of the blue cheese that are a little too large, just kind of mash them with the back of your spatula. And then we're going to set this aside a minute and check on our chicken and see how it's doing. When I was testing the chunky blue cheese dressing recipe for the cookbook, I had an excess of the dressing in the house, in the refrigerator. So I kind of came up with this salad to use it on. This is my version of the classic iceberg wedge salad that you see in restaurant today that's kind of regained its popularity. I take a nice Bibb lettuce. I like to try to get the hydroponic one if I can find it, because they're nice firm heads and they're usually really large. I just split it in half and soak it in cold water, and then I put it in the refrigerator in an airtight container to get nice and crisp overnight. And then when I'm ready to serve it, I just take the head and I cut it usually into quarters. I think a quarter per head is enough for one serving. And sometimes I'll serve it with radicchio or endive or maybe other mixed greens. And then I just take a little bit of the chunky blue cheese dressing, and a generous amount, and put right on top of it, and season it with a little bit of sea salt and freshly ground black pepper. It makes a wonderful salad to go with a nice piece of steak or grilled chicken, or to start a dinner with. It's also really great with a grilled buffalo chicken strip served on top of it for more of an entree type salad. Once all your chicken strips have cooked, you just want to put them in a bowl and toss them again with the remaining buffalo sauce, just to get that flavor all over the chicken again. Just give that a little gentle toss so that they all get coated with that wonderful spicy sauce. And if you're serving these make a great hors d'oeuvre. If you're serving them for guests, sometimes I will put them on skewers. If I'm just serving them as an entree though, I will just leave them in there without the skewer. So you could do them either way. They're nice both ways. And then you just want to put these on a platter or a plate if you're serving them individually. And then with them, you want to put your celery slices. Sometimes I use fennel slices. I think that's really nice with the celery as well. And you can also put a little more of the Bibb lettuce, just to give your platter a little bit of color. And you can put your dip right on top of your lettuce there to dip the chicken in. And this is the kind of new and somewhat healthier version of buffalo chicken wings.